Fellas, AC here. Welcome to another review. Do excuse me, nearly lost my voice there. So, today we're talking about a sort of a white floral citrus aromatic fragrance called Oranges Bigarades. Oranges Bigarades by Lancome. Now, I haven't reviewed much from Lancome. I haven't reviewed any from Lancome. And they used to be big on men's fragrances in the 80s and 90s. I remember people used to rave about the fragrances, but somehow they've fallen back on the fragrance game as far as men's perfumery is concerned. They're still big on unisex and females fragrances, and this one I believe is a pretty unisex fragrance marketed more towards women. But I've really enjoyed this fragrance, and there are two big reasons why I've really enjoyed it, and I'm going to let you know those two reasons. So this is Oranges Bigarades. Name suggests this is all about orange, and it is, and it's very hot today, so it has been on my skin all day, and it's a fabulous fragrance. Ooh, what a fabulous fragrance this is, guys. The opening is just amazing. This opening is wow. So it's a very fizzy opening. It's like almost having an orange-based fizzy drink of some sort. And I don't know why my camera is flashing some warning signs. So anyways, it's about creating a sensation of fizzy orange-based fragrance that is realistic and amazing, sensational, sprightly, high energy kind of a fragrance. So let's start with why this is so special. First of all, if you order neroli or orange blossom oil, you'll know that these two raw materials are very expensive, and this is why this fragrance is so special. It smells so natural of orange blossom. Orange blossom is an extremely hard note to get right, and it smells like real orange blossom. Bergamot with a lot of spicy bite to it. So that's the orange side or the citrus side, and there's the spicy side, and there's also tea. And tea is like Earl Grey tea, and we all know, at least some of us know, that Earl Grey tea is infused with bergamot oil. So there's this present bergamot. If you like citrus aromatics, this is a special fragrance. Towards the middle stage, which is in about 15-20 minutes, it brings in a fabulous, creamy, peppery middle to it. So apart from the citrus I mentioned and the tea note I mentioned, there is this creamy, vanillic, black peppery sort of a thing going on. So the fragrance becomes creamy, peppery, orangey, tea smell with the fizziness still there. And it's really expensive smelling fragrance. It smells pretty expensive. And the dry down is more about sandalwood combined with amber, so warm sandalwood with the peppery tea smell, vanilla, orange and orange blossom, and bergamot as well because of the tea, the Earl Grey tea. So this is this superb composition which lasts and lasts on your skin with all these notes which are supposedly quite effervescent. So they're very fleeting notes, but they just last and last and last on your skin and on your fabric even later. And on a hot day like this, it's about 25 degrees, it smells absolutely fabulous, especially if you like the smell of orange blossom. And there's also petty grain, so there's this greeny side as well, twiggy greeny side, you know. So the fragrance generally is very high quality, smells absolutely amazing, and it's very alluring as well. And it reminds me of two things. One is the quality of the fragrance reminds me, and the smell composition reminds me of Guerlain Outre Noir, Neroli Outre Noir. Neroli Outre Noir is one of the most fabulous Neroli fragrances. This fragrance reminds me of Neroli Outre Noir. The other thing that this fragrance does is it reminds me of somehow of the sensation, the feeling of actually sitting in a cafeteria or a cafe which also bakes pastries. There's no mention of baking here. There's no notes apart from vanilla, which probably is the reason I think of bakery and drinking tea wearing a very expensive orange-based fragrance. But the thing is, this doesn't smell like orange creamsicle, so that will bring the value of the fragrance down. This is so natural, so beautifully made, very high quality. So that's the fragrance. I took a little bit longer to explain you, but it's a very, very fine fragrance. So, upsides and downsides. The number one upside, in my view, is the longevity. The fragrance, in spite of having all these delicate, floral, beautiful notes, has tremendous longevity. On skin, on shirt, it will last you till you you wash your shirt. And on your skin, it's going to last you at least 7 to 8 hours. For an orange fragrance, for an orange blossom fragrance, it is remarkable. Because the notes just fly off, right? In about 2 hours, orange blossom just flies off your skin. But wow. And with time, it gets even more amazing. You know, the black pepper becomes so strong with the vanilla, the creamy vanilla and benzoin. The warmth, the spicy bite, and the beautiful blossomy smell of orange blossom. It's just amazing. The fragrance has this superb pull power. Second would be the compliment factor. It's really high quality. The moment you spray it, you'll know you're wearing something very expensive. So the fragrance has got the ability to get compliments. And people perceive this as an expensive fragrance, no doubt. The third thing, and the most important thing, I guess, is the value for money. See, if you can get it, I got this 10 ml or 15 ml decant for very little money. If you can get it, don't go for more than 100, 150 pounds. It's quite readily available. Not nowadays, but when I got it, it was very readily available. I think it's going down because most of the fragrances in this line are getting discontinued. So if you like orange blossom, if you like citrus aromatic, go and hunt for it, but don't pay too much. But you'll be very surprised with the very high quality of the fragrance. Okay, downsides. So number one is people who do not like unisex fragrances are probably going to complain because it is slightly unisex. And that's the only downside I can think of. There's so many citrus aromatics. There's a dime a dozen. So one more, Yeah, so what? Yeah, you can say that. But for me, it was the tea and the orange blossom and the creamy sort of black peppery smell, which is a clincher for me, and its lightness to Guerlain Neroli Outre Noir, which is a superb fragrance in my opinion. That's the only downside I can think of. I can't think of any other downside when it comes to this fragrance. So, compliment factor, massive, especially on a hot day or a warm day, massive compliment factor. It smells very high quality and very well made. Age groups, 20 plus, anybody can wear this fragrance. It is unisex, so any sex can wear this fragrance. Seasons, I would say spring, autumn, but summer is the star. It has to be warm, proper warm, for the orange to come out, the orange blossom to come out. The Earl Grey tea note really marries those two very well and has very, very nice performance as well. So let's talk about performance because I keep missing performance for some reason. So projection, about 2 hours. You would get about arm's length for 2 hours, yeah? That's your scent bubble. Longevity, I would say about 8 to 10 hours, or maybe 15 hours of longevity on fabrics next wash. So you'll get a full day's work where sillage, brilliant. Wear it at the nape of your neck or on your hair and on your shirt on a warm day and just walk and see the expression on people's faces. You'll know you're leaving a beautiful scent trail. Absolutely fantastic quality of materials used here. What else? Value for money, medium to low. Many citrus fragrances out in the market, many tea fragrances out in the market. This is quite expensive. Nowadays I've seen it for 100 ml, £3 an ml, too expensive. If you get it for £1.5 per ml, I'd go for it. What else should I have covered? Value for money is covered, cost covered, performance covered, compliment factor covered, seasons are covered. I think I've covered all aspects. So how many marks am I going to give it? It's a very creative fragrance, smells very, very good, will get you loads of compliment, and is made with very high quality materials. But it's a citrus aromatic, and there are many, many, many in the market. It costs on retail about £3 an ml. So yeah, for the cost, it does something which has been done many times. One of them, as I mentioned, Neroli Ultra Noir, which is probably half the cost of this. So I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. But it's a very, very good creation, honestly. If you like citrus aromatic fragrances, which are a little bit creative, I'd highly recommend you sample this. And if you can get a small bottle like this for a reasonable price, I would say, then do get it, because this is a creative citrus aromatic that is made beautifully. Hope you enjoyed this review, fellas. Take care. Bye-bye.